Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Charlotte weekend for Cup, Xfinity and the Truck Series. And obviously before we get into that, let's first talk about the next week's schedule race, which will be at Worldwide Technology Raceway for Cup and the Truck Series, and then Portland as well for the Xfinity Series. So it's going to be basically just two different races going on. I think pretty nearby, I think in state-wise, but I also might be one. I think the Worldwide Technology is in Louisiana, Portland is in Portland, so I guess pretty far away, I guess we'll say. But either way, Worldwide Technology, they have produced some decent racing for the Cup Series. Truck Series has just been alright, but I'm more excited for Portland. I think Portland is going to be a great, a good race to watch, we'll say. But Truck Series we'll first start off with, and first off now with the results from the Truck Series, and that was won by Nicholas Sanchez. Who saw that coming from how Corey Heim dominated this race? Followed by Stuart Friesen, Granite Finger, Matt Mills getting his first top 5 free show for Nice Motorsports this year, and Ben Rhodes, the Jay Garcia, Caden Honeycutt, Connor Mosack, Dean Thompson, Christian Eckes ran out of the top 10. Then we have Connor Jones, Taylor Gray, Chase Purdy, Brent Holmes, and Brett Moffitt ran out of the top 15. So, Corey Heim, obviously the leader man who, yes, on track finished second, but was disqualified for missing lug nuts. I think that's a bit of, it's a strange penalty because I don't think we've actually ever seen someone get disqualified over missing the lug nuts, but obviously I might be wrong. Yes, there's been obviously times where I was just uneven adjustments, we'll say, or I don't know, some other stuff like engines and stuff. That was the reason why drivers have been disqualified. But lug nuts, they've only been fines for the crew chief and the tire change and stuff. I'm not really too sure, but either way, it's a massive penalty for Corey Heim, who was dominant. He won stage 1 and 2. He was really good coming up to the field. Yes, Nicholas Sanchez won, but he was very, very, very good, and quite unlucky there with the missing lug nuts, I'll be honest. So pretty unlucky there for Corey Heim. And another interesting thing as well is that Connor Jones and Daniel Dye, both of them had a conversation right after the race. Something happened on the track, and Daniel Dye, he wasn't happy about it. And Connor Jones, the more I see this guy getting into arguments and conversation stuff, the more I quite dislike him. He has this nonchalant attitude that he just doesn't give a fuck about anyone. So it's also I can also understand, but at the same time, you at least need to race with respect. And I'm not really too sure what the incident really happened between those two drivers was, but I guess respect was the main thing Daniel Dye was trying to, portray into Connor Jones. But Connor Jones, he wasn't hearing any of it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Daniel Dye obviously had some words after in an interview. I think says something about Matt Crafton will look after him in ThorSport or something. I'm not really too sure, but it's already not a good sign if you're a part-time driver basically, and you're already getting into conversations with a full-time driver, so say, who's actually competing for a championship. So yeah, pretty unlucky there for Daniel Dye, but we'll see what happens really with Connor Jones throughout this this Truck Series season now. But other than that, nothing really else in the Truck Series, and moving out to the standings now for the Truck Series, because this is now formatted a bit differently, because obviously I'm not in my PC anymore. So the Truck Series standings for the top 12, we have Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, Nicholas Sanchez, Ty Majeski, Taylor Gray, Roger Cruz, then Tyler Ankrum, Tanner Gray, Granite Finger, Ben Rhodes ran out of the top 10. And Stuart Friesen and Matt Crafton ran out the 11th and 12th position. So, Eckes, he's still in the championship lead. I think he actually took over the championship lead, I'm pretty sure, from Corey Heim. So, it's definitely going to be a neck and neck between those two drivers for the regular season championship, and hopefully as well for the overall championship as well in the playoffs, because those two drivers have been going at it for quite a while. Xfinity Series now. That was won by Chase Elliott for Hendrick Motorsports from starting 30th to 1st. Very, very impressive there from the 2014 champion, I think 2014, 2015 champion. I can't remember, I'll be honest. Followed by Brennan Jones, Sammy Smith, Sam Mayer, AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Busch, Ryan Sieg, Josh Williams, Ty Gibbs, and Noah Gragson ran out the top 10. Gragson and Kyle Busch, both of them gaining first top 10s for their respective teams, for Richard Childress Racing for Kyle Busch, and Retta Jones, well, for Noah Gragson, which is an ARCA team, I believe. And then we have Kyle Weatherman, Taylor Gray, Jeremy Clements, Parker Reslap, and Shane Van Gisbergen continues his impressive NASCAR run and with another top 15 finish. From starting 29th as well, Shane Van Gisbergen. Very impressive there from the Kiwi. But what really happened was that Austin Hill, he was just angry at everyone, mainly at Cole Custer, but he was also angry at Sammy Smith. And the question I pose to all of you is, should Austin Hill be penalized like what Kyle Busch did in 2011 in the Truck Series when he wrecked Ron Holiday on the caution? Now, I'm not too sure if the Hill and Custer one was wrecked under caution, but still pretty dangerous either way to just right hook someone, basically. He was just on him this entire time, just on him like that, and hooked him. Cole Custer was also gave Austin Hill a very sarcastic thumbs up as well. So yeah, I mean, Austin Hill, yes, he is obviously a championship contender. We all know this, but he needs to keep his head cool if he wants to be a championship contender. Yes, he's been unlucky many times in the playoffs, but that's obviously racing, and for him to be this mad over Cole Custer, who just basically cut his own tire, but it's but it's like, it's so long. It's like there's many laps that, I mean, until they actually finish. So I don't know why Austin Hill was this angry at him, and I don't know why he's angry at Sammy Smith as well. Like, seriously, man needs to calm down. I swear to God, I get it. Like, he's trying to be like Dale Earnhardt. He's not Dale Earnhardt. No one can replace Dale Earnhardt. So I don't know what the hell he's doing, but yeah, I don't think he should really get penalized for what Kyle Busch did in 2011, the Truck Series. I think that would be very severe and very surprising, but yeah, I'm not really too sure, I'll be honest. But Austin Hill now, yes, he's obviously mainly a super speedway specialist. He's pretty decent on the cookie cutter speedway tracks, but it's just, I mean, he's struggled a lot in this race. I don't think he cracked the top 20. I think he was around the top 30. So it was quite disappointing. And Jesse Love as well, his teammate, also was very disappointed. But Kyle Busch, he was in the top 10. So I don't know what the hell happened to those two drivers, but either way, it was just quite disappointing there from Austin Hill. But yeah, Cole Custer, he was out of the race. Sammy Smith, like I mentioned before, he was in the top 5, I believe. So not too bad for Sammy Smith, but for Cole Custer, pretty bad way to end the race. And now for the Xfinity Series standings, we have Austin Hill still in the lead, but over Chandler Smith. He was kind of nowhere as well in this race. Followed by Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier, who retired. So all the top 4 drivers had a horrendous year. Or not Jesse Love as well, top 5. The top 5 standing drivers had horrendous days in this race. Followed by Adrian Allmendinger, then Riley Herbst, Sheldon Creed, Parker Kligerman, Brennan Jones, Sam Mayer, and Anthony Alfredo ran out at the top 12. So pretty interesting there, I'll be honest, for the Xfinity Series standings. But now for the Cup results, which is obviously what you are waiting for. That was won by Christopher Bell, followed by Brad Keselowski, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott, Ross Chastain, Alex Bowman, and Josh Berry ran out the top 10. Then Bub Wallace, Martin Truex Jr., Justin Allgaier, Joe Logano, and Kyle Busch ran out of the top 15. Now, Justin Allgaier, he was also filling in for Kyle Larson when he was over at the Indy 500. That was also a little delayed. And Larson decided to stay at the end in the Indy 500, which also makes sense. I mean, he was very competitive there. And then when he just landed, or maybe a couple minutes before he landed, there was rain. Like, how unlucky can Kyle Larson be? I mean, from having rain delays and a storm as well over in Indianapolis, and the same storm happening as well in Charlotte, North Carolina, you have to feel for Kyle Larson. I mean, he was very bummed out that he didn't get to even compete in this race even. And it's just really unlucky there for Kyle Larson. Yes, he has dropped down from the championship standings, but I mean, I do hope next year he can finally do the double. I mean, yes, this wasn't really a double. This was just a one race. Like, he didn't even compete in the Coca-Cola 600. There was rain delays as well from the Indy 500, so that kind of screwed everything up. And, you know, like, I think what was originally going to happen was that, yes, there was going to be rain delays for the Indy 500. Just an old guy, he was going to run, and then when Larson gets there, then he's going to be in. Yes, it won't really be the 1,100 miles that everyone was kind of expecting, but at least he'll be running at least in the Coke 600. But obviously, that did not happen, sadly, so hope next year that will change, because this is his dream. His dream is to do the double, and with him to not do the double was really, really heartbreaking to see. So yeah, he has just been unlucky, I'll be honest, in this whole month. I mean, qualifying for both was really good. He qualified, I was like 5th in Indy, 10th in Charlotte, which is still pretty good, and then rain delays and other stuff. It's just been really unlucky there for Kyle Larson. So hopefully he bounces back, and hopefully as well we get to see him actually do double next year. But during the rain delay, it was a dull race. I mean, it wasn't spectacular like it was last year, where it was just constant chaos. This race was just dull. Like, I got nothing to talk about other than the rain delay. Like, it was just that dull. No, Grayson Yancey crashed out, Ryan Blaney crashed out, BJ McLeod spun out. But it was just so dull, and if I just keep talking about it, I'm just going to get depressed. So let's just move on now to the standings. And so standings-wise, Denny Hamlin, he is now your new points leader over Martin Truex Jr. Kyle Larson drops down to 3rd place, followed by Chase Elliott, William Byron, Tyler Reddick, Ty Gibbs, Alex Bowman, Brad Keselowski, Ross Chastain, Christopher Bell, and Ryan Blaney ran on top 12. So yeah, I mean, it's basically a loss for Larson, because now that he's not in the championship hunt anymore, well, not a championship hunt, but also he lost the championship lead by 30 points coming into this race and dropped down, so quite unlucky there. But it's still a pretty small gap between, I guess in the top 3, we'll say, between Hamlin, Truex, and Larson. So we'll see how that goes for the rest of the season. But obviously, just a reminder that the next week's schedule race will be at Worldwide Technology Raceway for Cup and the Truck Series, and Portland as well for the Xfinity Series. So that's really better for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.